All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Brothers and sisters all over the world, Habari za Sabui, Habari za Mchana, Habari za Jioni, Kakas and Dadas, brothers and sisters all over the world. The name of this channel is The African Times, and I'm Thomas. How are each and every one of you all over the world? And yes, I am talking to each and every one of you all over the world. All right, everybody, I'm back. Listen, I'm here because I have some great news. You see that right there? You see that behind me? All right. That is an opportunity. That's an opportunity. I'm going to show you more about it a little later on, but I just want you to know that's an opportunity for us, for you. Remember, I told you guys many times that we didn't come here just for self-profit and self-financial gain. That's capitalism and that's individualism. That's not what this is about. See, we have to come together as a people economically, as I've always said, economically, to work together. And there are very important reasons to do that. And by the way, I didn't forget about that back there. I'm going to tell you about that in a moment. But I just want to let you know, we have to come together economically. And there are two very important reasons, with a third that's a little less important, but yet still important. So let me talk about the first one. See, our children, the future of our children. It's very important to understand that we have to provide for that future. It's up to us. And the economic activity that needs to take place so that our children have finances and money to be able to what? Buy homes, to be able to pay for their education, to be able to buy food, clothing, and shelter, and to be able to develop the technology that they need so that they can have a prosperous future for their children and their children's children and grandchildren. So in order to do that, you have to have economic activity, business. And that business should not be centered on individual wealth. Individual wealth, that's capitalism. And for those of you who've been, propagandized, been convinced by American capitalism, the W's are telling you that, as well as European capitalism, the W's are telling you that. In W world, they want to convince you that, the greatest thing in the world is for the individual to get wealth, and you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and it's the survival of the fittest and the strongest survive, and everybody else, they just struggle through and suffer, and then you can do it. All of that is a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. See, all of us here, every single one of us are here because the people prior to us, before us, struggled through life in such a way that we were able to benefit from their successes to maintain our life and our living. That's adaptation, evolution, development. These things are just natural occurrences for any species. If you don't do that, you're going to die out. Okay? So all of the tricky little words and which system is the best for the promoting this and that. No, that's a bunch of people who are understanding that the system that they're working is benefiting them. And if they can convince you to keep doing the system so that it benefits them, then they'll always be in a position to dominate you. And this is where we have to change. So remember, our children, you, me, us, together. We have to begin the economic conversations, the economic activity to put together enterprises and businesses and things like that with the purpose of not enriching ourselves, but with the purpose of providing an economic foundation and basis for our children to stand on, grow, and prosper and maintain their security. This is no joke. This is nothing. This is something that has to happen. It's going to happen with or without us. But if it happens without us, we're in danger, because the people who are telling you, you don't have to worry about your security, you don't have to worry about that, I'll take care of that for you. In fact, I'll get a military, I'll get a police, I'll get all that, and they'll be looking out for all of y'all. You don't need your own police, you don't need your own military. Do you understand? So then you say, okay, Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Soldier, okay, thank you for protecting me. Haven't you noticed what's happening? They got a whole history of that, protecting people that look like me and you. Don't seem to be working out too well for us, does it? No. So we have to understand, how can we do it? We can do it on our own. We got the money. We got the resources, but they're in our individual hands. So that means that the system, the W system, is telling you it's better to keep it in your individual hands, and you look out for you and your individual family, and don't struggle together to get a united purpose in action and in intentionality, so that you can then provide for your own future security. You rely on them, and then they can dominate it and fit it whatever way they want. Okay? So again, back to what I told you, the first group, that's our children. I'm not playing with that. We shouldn't be playing with that. So I'm here doing this. I'm spending my resources, I'm spending everything I have, so that you can see that I'm not coming on YouTube to tell you, hey, look, hey, listen, help me, enrich myself, and then later I'm laughing back, talking about how I done got over. No. This is a very, very serious situation for me. I have children too, just like you. But I understand the safety and security for my children is dependent upon the safety and security of your children, and their being able to unite themselves in purpose, cause, and intentionality. Do you understand? Okay, so please, all of you, if you're listening to me, please understand. This takes a lot of courage. So back to this, you see it in the background. All right, I told you again, group consciousness, thinking about us as people, not just me, my family, no. So I'm telling you, this is the beginning of a foundation of a series of things that can take place so that our children have an opportunity that lives on and endures for generations. Everybody hear that generational wealth talk. You remember that? Okay. Now the other group, that's one group. The other group are elderly people. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. But there are others who are older than me. They need safety, security, and prosperity for the end of their lives. They need to be able to live because they can't work. They can't work until they die. But of course, remember, there's a group of people out here, a group of people who don't look like me and you, okay? And in their economic system, it's designed to work you until you die. Now, there's a whole history of that. It's not me just making it up. Look at the history of work with them. It used to be working 18 hours. Some of it was 7 days a week, all day, 18 hours a day, every day. Feudalism, slavery, capitalism. Do you understand? And you work. So then the people get together, they revolt, and they say, hey, we need to cut these work hours. They had to fight for that. That wasn't given to them. It was an employer class that decided that, okay, damn, they're catching on. We got to, if we don't, okay, well, let's lower it a little bit, because if we don't, they're going to keep fighting, and we got to keep this productivity going. So, okay, lower it to 16 hours a day. They don't want 16 hours. All right, okay, lower it down to 10, 12. Okay, all right. You want 8 hours. Okay. All right, move it back up to 9, because we ain't paying you for lunch. Do you understand? This is what they're doing. Now, why am I saying this in relation to our elderly people? Again, our elderly people cannot and should not be forced to work until they die. But if you leave it up to the people that don't look like me and you, the people who believe in capitalism and well, strongest, well, our elderly people, they're not strong. They're not 25 anymore. So then you take those people and you do what? You put them in subpar quality living conditions, and then you even charge them the rent, and they don't have no money coming in. You tell them, we're going to take care of you, we're going to give you Social Security, but you're not giving them enough money to be able to live as the standard of living increases every year. Their Social Security doesn't increase to keep up with that. Do you understand? When I was coming up, they were increasing the cost of living by 4%. They call it 4% inflation. But your wages don't go up 4%. So what that tells you is that every year, the cost of living goes up 4%. But if your wages don't go up at all, or go up 1% or 2%, then every year after 5 years, you're 10% behind. You just have less money. You can't buy what it used to buy. This is what they're doing. So our senior citizens are struggling. But let me tell you, and I'm getting ready to close, everybody, but let me just tell you, it's not up to them to take care of our mothers and fathers and our aunts and uncles, our grandparents. No, it's up to us as individuals, men. Men, we have children, women and children to take care of. So we have to come together, pool our resources. No, don't buy into, oh, I'm in the business school and I went to this school and it's the best school and they told me this is how you do it. No, they're going to tell you everything that they teach you that leads back to what? Their control of the situation. I'm telling each and every one of you, as I've told you before again, that we have the resources to do the things we need to do if we collectivize our efforts, united in intentionality and purpose. I'm not talking about just having unity. See, we got unity. We got unity in the idea that we all know we want to be free and we don't want to be dominated by these people. We know that. We're united in that. But we have to be united in action, intentionality, and purpose. Now, I told you there was another group, so I just gave you two. Let me recap. First, the children. We got to provide for them, and that got to start someplace. Then second, we have our senior citizens. They're getting older. We have to be able to provide for their security and safety, okay? All right, so now here's the third group that I told you. It's still important, but a little less important. That's me and you. I'm Hamsini Nasita. I'm 56 years old. Miaka Hamsini Nasita. Okay, at 56, I still got my life energy. I can still work and I can do things. I'm not 25 anymore, but I still got a lot of energy. As some of y'all can probably tell with my energy and talking. All right. But what I'm saying is all of us right now, 35, okay, 40, 50, all right? We need to come together and utilize the rest of our life's work, our life's mission, our activity, being alive, in all areas of people activity, and come together and say, all right, how can we get this done? Because we're here now. We got a little bit more than the people that are 20. They're just coming out of school. They don't have no money, and they're trapped in this debt society that these people put us in, this little trick bag. But some of us, we have an opportunity because we're there. We're there now. We got our stuff together. How can we unite together to build? That's where we are. I told you in the beginning when I started this, truth or death. The death, everybody, is our economic death by these people who are choking us to death by denying us through their propaganda our own intellectual development so that we understand we're supposed to develop economically so that we can provide for our future. Now, those three groups, children, seniors, men and women, all, and then us now, okay? Us now. See that right there? This is me, our team, Jackie's Journey to Africa, Joyce Chaka's show. We are putting our resources, our energy and our effort into providing the safety and security for those three groups I just talked to you about. Not for self-enrichment, not that. Now, I told you before, I'm not rich. We're not rich. So we're taking everything and we're taking a risk. It's courage. Courage to do this because we could fail. We could fail, lose all our money, and then we're here, okay? But I'm willing to take that risk because I know what's at stake. If I do not take that risk, the lives of my children, the lives of your children, if all of us say we're not going to take that risk, they're doomed to be controlled by the people that don't look like us and don't have our best interest at heart, okay? So now, at this point, let me tell you what that is. That back there is, I think it's 12 units. 12 units. And I told you before, I'm trying to make sure that when the different people come here, 12 units mean 12 living spaces. When the people come here, I'm trying to make sure that they don't have to struggle through what I went through when I came here. Because remember, I told you I had to come here immediately. I didn't have time to come and do the detailed living research. Come look, check it out, make sure it's okay. I didn't have time to do that. I had to come here and then kind of just live it, experience it. But now I'm going to take the next step to provide a way for the people to come here inexpensively. Not the plane ticket. I can't do that. I don't have a plane. I'd like to. I keep talking to everybody. We got to build our own. But I now am in a position to where I can get this right here, and I'm going to get it. Unless something goes wrong in a negotiation. Get this right here so that we can put up like 7 or 8 people. Because I got to have a place for me and my family too. But 7 or 8 people, you can come and you can stay here while you're checking out the great place in Tanzania. You can come and visit us here like that for a little while. That's what we're doing. So UA headquarters, okay? And you can come because we might have a couple of extra spaces. You understand what I'm saying? Are you paying attention? All right. But again, couple of extra spaces so we can talk about that. So I'm not doing it alone. I'm asking for your help. Appreciate that. Need your help. Still gonna do it, but it would be so much easier on me because I'm not rich. Me and the team, if you help us out, you can do that by subscribing. If you're watching us and you see us, subscribe to us. That's one way. We need to get up to 1,000. We're at 901 now. And it keeps going back between 900 and 901, 900, 901. I need your help. So go ahead and subscribe to us if you appreciate what we're trying to do. Tell a friend, because the economic conversations that I told you we have to have with each other is very important for the future of us, people who look like us. Please, if you can, hit that subscribe button. We call it the survival button. So hit that survival button for us. Do that. It's a big help. Also, tell somebody about the channel. Show it to them. Let them look at it. Tell them what we're trying to do. And for those of you who have the means, we certainly appreciate it if you can. You can Cash App. Go to Cash App. Look at the YouTube channel, Cash App. And you can help us that way, only if you can. And hit the like button, too, if you like. All right? So listen, I'm going to get back to it. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm excited about the opportunity to actually happen. We're still also looking at the land. This was a situation that arose that allow us to immediately help some people, some of the people that are already here, but also those of you that are coming. And we've had our second guest now come and visit us, and we helped them out. It worked out really well. But this is an opportunity for us to all come together and help each other, which is what it's about. Circulating our dollars. We all hear, okay, you take your money, you keep your economy, you circulate your money among you. I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. So I appreciate you all. I love you all because you've all been so helpful in watching and viewing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sante Sana. Thank you very much. United, UA, United Africans working together. United in intentionality, action, and cause and purpose. United. All right? Okay, everybody, I love you all. Hey, thanks a lot. And I'll keep you posted on it. Thank you so much. Love you all. Uhuru. Uhuru. Oh.